this is Thomas and today we will be making profiteroles. The first part of this video will just be instructions on how to make the choux pastry that we will make the profiteroles out of, and then the second part will be how I make them into profiteroles and then eat them as profiteroles. The original recipe actually had made twice as many as the recipe that I'm going to be showing here, but I like to half it because they are best the first day, and the original recipe made a lot, and it's also really easy, so if you wanted to have them over the course of 2 days, it would be pretty easy to just make 2 batches on 2 different days. First, you're going to preheat your oven to 425, and you're going to line a cookie sheet with a sheet of parchment paper and set that off to the side. Next, you're going to come over to a saucepan, and you're going to add in half of a cup of water, half a stick of butter, and a big pinch of salt. Now you're going to turn this on high heat, and you're just going to let it melt, stirring occasionally until it starts to boil. Once your mixture starts to boil, you're going to lower it to medium heat, and you're going to add in half of a cup of flour. Now you're going to keep using that wooden spoon, and you're going to stir it until it all forms a clumpy ball. Now it should look something like this, and now you're just going to keep stirring it like this for another 2 minutes. Add your dough into your mixer bowl, and you're going to put that on your mixer, and you're just going to mix this at medium speed with your paddle attachment until the dough starts to cool down a bit. Once it's cooled down a bit, you're going to add in 2 eggs, and you're going to do this one at a time. Once they're both in, you're just going to use a spatula to get it all combined a bit more. And then you're going to beat it until it is smooth and glossy. Okay, now you have made the choux pastry. If you want to make the profiteroles, then you are now going to just scoop all the dough together. And now you have several different options about how you can get them onto your cookie sheet and into the oven. So you can choose to take a piping bag and pipe them into little circles on your cookie sheet, or you can do what I'm going to do and take a cookie scoop, or if you don't have one, just a spoon, and scoop them onto the cookie sheet. Now you can expect to make up to 12 of these depending on how big you either make or want them. I'm probably going to just make about 4 pretty big ones, so I'm going to take a medium-sized cookie scoop and just scoop big chunks from it like that size. Okay, now that I have taken it onto each of them, I'm going to take 1 egg, and I have just beaten this into a little jar and then stirred it around, and a pastry brush, or if you don't have one, you can just like use your hands or something like that. And you're going to take a bit of the egg and just rub it on top of your profiteroles. This step is optional, but it will make it a little bit shinier when it comes out of the oven. Okay, now that this is all ready, you can put this in the oven at 425 for about 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, you're going to lower the oven temperature to 375 and bake for another 25 minutes. So I will be back after all of that baking. Once your profiteroles are done, you're going to take them out of the oven and let them cool. Obviously they have puffed up a lot, and I'm probably going to let them cool for a couple hours, but you could just wait for like 30 minutes or something, depending on how warm you want them when you're going to eat them. So I will be back then. When you're ready to eat your profiteroles, you should take one and open it up in the middle. And you'll see that there's a big airy hole in it. Now I'm going to fill this with ice cream, so I'm just going to scoop some. And then put the top back on. And then you can put hot fudge or whatever you want on top of that. And now you can eat it. These are really good when you eat them like this, and I also like this dessert because you can make different things out of it. So hopefully you enjoy this too, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.